Once upon a time, in a remote village, a young man named Zahid lived with his father, Nasir. Their livelihood depended on a small shop where they both toiled daily. They had no one else in the world but each other. Every night, as they sat together at home, Nasir would often advise his son, "Son, death has no fixed time. If I pass away, remember, you are never alone. Allah is always with you. Run your business relying on Allah, for the shop is only a means. True success lies in pleasing Allah. Always be honest and truthful, even if it costs you everything. Treat others kindly, for Allah will support you when no one else does." Hearing this, Zahid would get upset and say, "Father, may Allah never take you away from me. If you're not around, what will I do?" Nasir would gently place his hand on his son's head and smile, replying, "Son, that's what I mean. My departure is certain, but you'll never feel alone if you trust in Allah. He is your guardian, and if you believe in him, you'll never fail." Despite his father's wisdom, Zahid often ignored his words. He thought, if success comes from hard work, honesty, and kindness, then what's the need to rely on Allah? Isn't everything a result of my own actions? He didn't know that Allah would soon show him something that would change his life forever. Time passed, and the day arrived that Nasir had always warned about. He passed away. Zahid now truly had no one but Allah. Everything at the shop reminded him of his father, and returning home meant facing loneliness. The walls echoed his father's words, which he had never taken seriously. Life was hard without his father, but Zahid kept himself busy. Still, the loneliness never left him. After some time, he had to travel to another city to buy goods for the shop at cheaper rates. This was the first time he was going so far without his father, but business needs pushed him to be brave. He set off on his horse, full of hope, heading toward the city. The road was long and unfamiliar, and as the sun began to set, his hope started to wane. Night fell, darkness spread, and Zahid grew tired. His food and water had run out in the dry desert. Hunger and thirst weakened him, but fear gripped him more. Then came the time when Allah's power would be revealed. Terrifying sounds echoed from a dense forest nearby, as if wild beasts were lurking. Even the horse became uneasy and stumbled, sensing danger. Zahid looked around, only pitch-black darkness. He tried to comfort himself. Maybe there's a safe place ahead. But what lay ahead was far more terrifying. His thirst and hunger worsened. He started thinking, maybe this is where I'm destined to die. No food, no water, no shelter. Thirst made him restless. He urged the horse to run, but it soon stopped. It was too dark to move on. Zahid lay down on the ground, exhausted. His father's words came to mind. "Son, believe in Allah. He will be there when no one else is." Moved, Zahid prayed, "O Allah, if my father's words were true, then please make a way for food and water. You know how hungry and thirsty I am." He lay there after the prayer. Suddenly, the horse got scared and started running. Zahid chased it, thinking, what trouble is this now? But he knew he couldn't afford to lose the horse. He caught up to it, only to realize he was now lost. He chose to keep moving. After a few steps, he saw a faint light in the distance. Hope sparked. He thought, maybe I can spend the night there. In olden times, travelers were well taken care of. As he got closer, he was shocked. It was an entire village. but every house was locked. Confused, he wondered, how can a whole village be deserted? Only one house had a light. He knocked. A deep voice asked, "Who is it? What are you doing here at this hour?" Zahid replied, "I'm a traveler from Damascus, lost and seeking shelter." After a moment, the door opened. Inside, a disabled laborer lay on the ground. Zahid sat nearby. The man asked about his journey, and Zahid told him everything. Then he said, "Brother, I am terribly thirsty and hungry. Please, may I have some water?" The man replied calmly, "There is no water here. You'll have to go to that distant light in the desert. Water is there. As for food, Allah will arrange it." Zahid was puzzled but desperate. He walked toward the light and found an old hut. A voice inside was murmuring. Curious and scared, he knocked. The voice responded, "Yes, you must want water. Come in." Zahid was shocked but entered, relieved to find a pious old man praying. The elder gently said, "Son, when a person's trust in Allah weakens, he loses his way." He pointed to a water pot and told him to take it. On the way back, Zahid thought of drinking it alone, but then remembered the disabled man must be thirsty too. As he neared the house, he stumbled and dropped the pot. The water spilled. Furious but composed, he entered. The laborer asked softly, "No water?" Zahid snapped, "No, I dropped it. I'm too tired now. If you have any water, give me a little to survive." The laborer raised his hands in prayer. "O Allah, if this man is truly hungry and thirsty, help me help him." Zahid mocked him in his mind. How can help come here? Moments later, there was a knock. Zahid was shocked. The laborer smiled. "It must be someone bringing food and water for you." Zahid opened the door. It was the same elder from the hut. Smiling, he said, "You couldn't even carry a water pot properly. Here's food and water. And don't forget your horse. He needs water too." Zahid was stunned. How do they know everything? But hunger silenced his thoughts. After eating, he asked the laborer, "Brother, may I ask something?" The man replied, "Later. First, give me some water. I'm very thirsty." Zahid gave him water, then fell asleep. In the morning, he found the man praying. Afterward, Zahid said, "Now will you answer my questions?" The man smiled and said, "You are strange. Allah gave you a new life, food, water, yet you didn't pray at night or in the morning." Zahid felt ashamed. He performed ablution and prayed. As he prepared to leave, he asked, "Why is this village empty?" The man replied, "In the rainy season, it floods, so people temporarily move to higher ground." "Then why did you stay?" "I can't walk, and I didn't want to leave this place of worship." Who was that old man? A pious man of Allah. He spends the night in prayer and helps the poor. How were you so sure food would come? The man laughed. "If not from the Creator, then from whom? You've only been here one night. I've lived here a year, and Allah has never left me hungry, except last night because of you. When you prayed in the desert, Allah scared your horse not to harm you, but to save you. Where you were going, no one returns alive. Allah made a way. He always does, whether in a desert or elsewhere." On the journey back, Zahid remembered his father's words. Allah sees your hardships and solves them. He is with those who trust him the most, especially especially when they have no one else. From that day forward, Zahid's faith in Allah deepened. He began every task with full trust in his Creator. If we place our complete trust in Allah, we will never be disappointed. Our understanding is limited, but Allah's decisions are flawless and full of wisdom. Every trial is either a test, a form of forgiveness for our sins, or a path to guidance. So be patient. Allah hears and sees everything,